Hello, my friends. It's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth, Bariatric Badass. Bless and release baby. Hey, you, whatever you want to call me, that's me. I almost forgot that I wanted to make a quick YouTube video today when I was driving back from some appointments, because I committed to making a video a week in my, whatever I'm calling this, 2020 Reboot, 2020 Get Ready for Plastics, 2020 Stop Eating Like an Asshole. Yeah, that. So because I'm doing videos on different days, I'm just going to tell you what my weight loss has been since I started this, which was January 1st. I am down a little bit over 11 pounds since then, which feels awesome. I'm feeling really back in control of things. Tracking my food is helping me to make informed choices, even though I thought I was making informed choices before. But anyway, so a little over 11 pounds down since January 1st, which is awesome. I am now, because I was at my highest post weight loss surgery. I have, just FYI, I have lost 160 pounds and have kept that off basically for 5 years. And I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy almost 6 years ago. If you're watching me for the first time, which, why would you start with this video if you're watching me for the first time? I don't notice I have a lot of new people subscribing anymore, which is fine. So I'm assuming you guys all know me. And can I say, recently several people have commented who have said they've been watching for years but have never commented. I love it when that happens. It also reminds me that I'm not always talking to my friends, but you're my external friends. I don't know. It's weird. I guess when I first made YouTube videos, that's what I really felt like. I felt like I was only talking to the people that I knew, and then as my subscriber count grew, I realized that that wasn't the case, but it still always surprises me when somebody new pops in. So, doing good. I went to see my regular doctor today for a physical. Basically, everything's fine. My cholesterol was a tiny bit high, but I'm not really worried about that. Anyway, yeah, and I was down like 9 pounds since I went to see the bariatric surgeon a couple weeks ago. So that was nice too, because he put me on a 1,200 calorie diet, and when I went on a 1,200 calorie diet and started tracking my food, he was right. He was right. But as somebody said, what was it? A conversation with, like in a Marco Polo with Tanya, she was saying, yeah, what your bariatric surgeon said is right. If you're going to exercise this way and eat 1,200 calories, you're going to lose weight. But that's hard, and who wants to do that all the time? Not me. Not me, but I'm doing it for right now. It feels really good. I have now bumped up my walking workouts to twice a day. So that's cool. And the scale continues to go down. I'm drinking my water. I mentioned last week that I was going to go back to therapy. I consulted with a new therapist today. That's the appointment that I'm leaving, and I really liked her. So we're on board to start February 26th. And this is analysis, because that's what I've done in the past. This is the like where you lay on the couch analysis. So it's interesting to do that again with someone else other than my original analyst, who is now seeing my son. So it doesn't make sense. It's not okay for me to go and go to see her anymore, because she's my son's person now. Got to pass the wealth on. She helped me a lot. So anyway, things are going good. Getting out in the sunshine and moving every day is making me feel better from a mental perspective. And Grace Gets Gastric talked about this book, but my dad had sent it to me a long time ago. It's by Lori Gottlieb, and I think it's called I Think You Should Talk to Someone, or something like that. But look, Lori Gottlieb. It's a book about therapy, and Grace Gets Gastric reviewed it in her last video where she went through her books, and it made me go back to it and listen to it on Audible when I was walking. And it's really what sort of motivated me to go back to therapy. If you're interested in the therapeutic process, it's a very, I really liked it. It's a very interesting book. If you're really interested in the therapeutic process, I have some other books I could recommend by Irvin Yalom that are really great. But I think this is a great. I think it's a great start if you're interested in seeing sort of how it works. But obviously, when I went in there, there's a lot of stuff that's like right on the surface for me. That I'm sort of thinking about and wanting to work on in terms of my own behavior, because you can't change anybody else. The only person you can change is yourself. And I have noticed, we all know, everything doesn't change when you lose the weight. And there are lots of things I blamed on my weight that really had nothing to do with my weight. And the further I get out from this, the more I realize that that's the case. And it's more about the systems I put in place when I was very young to protect myself, or to comfort myself, or to whatever, that I just don't want to do anymore. It's not how I want to live the rest of my life. And so I'm going back to therapy. So yay, go team therapy. I think that's it. Thank you guys for still watching. Love it when you comment. I'm trying to get better about replying to comments. I'm trying to engage a little bit more. I'm still feeling ambivalent about social media as much, which is funny because usually when I'm feeling myself, which I'm starting to feel myself again, I'm all about the social media. But I don't know. I think Marco Polo and talking to my friends there just sort of keeps me, gives me in a more authentic way what I thought I was getting from social media. I don't know. Who knows? It's a complicated thing. All right, you guys have a great week. I will be back next week.